So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Guardian quick. And I think we're on 17/31 today. And we just got through with a bit of a celebration, and that's why my wine glass is looking a little bit light. And now a little bit lighter than that because we just finished shooting our 400th video on this channel. It turned out to be the New York Times Thursday grid, so today's grid in the New York Times. 400 videos, that's a lot of videos. And outside of a couple of vacations and a few other things that have moving, we had to move and we didn't have anything to do anything like that with, other than a phone and whatnot. And we didn't, we've had a couple of small breaks, but 400 videos is a lot, but it has been nothing but a pleasure. It has been an absolute honor to be here and be around, and I'm just so tickled about it all. So just glad to be here, and I'm so glad we added the Guardian and this particular crowd to the mix in the community. I've been noticing in the comments some bleed over, some folks I usually hear from in the Guardian. I'm hearing from over on the Times grid and vice versa, which is just fantastic. I know that it's Cameron 1004 is often chats with me on either the New York Times or here on the Guardian, and it's always good to hear from him. And I really can't wait to find out from you, Cameron, if you found yourself a Blaues Zweigelt yet, and what do you think of it, right? Because I'm finishing this one out. This is the one that we opened. We had 4 bottles as of yesterday. 2 of them went away rather quickly last night, and so I'm finishing this off tomorrow. Today and then probably tonight. I mean, let's be honest about it. And then tomorrow I'm going to see if I can get a hold of that Portillo that one of our viewers named Ale69420, which I have to admit is probably the coolest username I've seen in a very long time. Like, I get it, right? So to Ale69420, I'm going to work on getting that bottle of Portillo as soon as possible. But until then, thanks to everybody for just being part of this whole family, about being so supportive, the liking, subscribing, all 9 yards. You have no idea how much I appreciate it and just how much I really love all of you. I think you're fabulous. So, one last bit of solver's courage as my heart rate starts to climb, knowing full well what I'm about to get into here. Okay, race goers, just namaste. Okay, race goers viewpoint. No idea. No one knows if it's anyone's. House, rain, or test. 4 letters. Okay, we got acid house, acid rain, acid test. I think I'm pretty comfortable with acid in that one. Not very, just pretty comfortable. Fairly comfortable. Football manager's viewpoint. No idea. Added up to 8 letters, so maybe totaled. You never know with the Guardian, do you? I mean, it's like sometimes you get these benign words like this, and the next one will be ephemera, right? You never know. It's not like in the New York Times where you start on Monday and they're all pretty basic, benign, right? And by the time you get to Saturday, they are flat out malignant. You know what I mean? Nope. It's just a spreading of it all in there, So sustain. Gotta get something else. Closer to reality could be truer. Backward movement in 10 letters. Oh, is there any chance it's a G? Just make me feel somewhat, like... I don't know. I mean, I was going to say maybe regressive, but I don't know. Or regression, I should say. Or I really don't know which one it's going to be. So if it's a backward movement, it would be regression. Okay, you just got to conjugate that verb there, buddy. You got it figured out, man. You got it good. Computer geek at 6 could roll in as a techie. And I don't know if you've noticed, and as soon as I say this, because it'll come across as a humble brag or something, but it's not. I'm just saying, if you notice, my typing is getting a bit better with this grid here. The problem is the New York Times is now suffering. So I'm typing right through there too, and it's just making like a double of what I got. Like, okay, you're gonna have to learn how to distinguish these two grids. But it's getting better. So Distant. By any chance of you? Yeah, that could be you. This could be a dugout. So I guess this could be outlying. That's what I was thinking it might be, but I'm not quite sure. And I just want to have something to give me a little bit of confidence in this. Sustain could be to nourish. And that's why it does help. Most of the time it helps for me to have something there to go on. So I guess racegoer's viewpoint would be a grandstand. You know what I really regret? I never went to the Belgian Grand Prix when I lived right there near Trier in Luxembourg. It would have been so easy to go, like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. I would have been there, but I never went. Would have loved to have a seat in the grandstands or covered areas. Would have been so nice. I love Formula racing. Let's see, first night. First night. Having a sinister aspect. Another 10-letter one here. Soak up the sun. Well, if we had 3, I'd say 10, but 4, I'm going to go with bask. So I guess this no one knows if it's anyone's could be a guess. So then first night could be an opening. Very, very cool. Having a sinister aspect. I have a D here. Notice. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to put in. I think it might be forbidding. And again, I say this an awful lot, but it's one of the things that I have to tell myself to give me a little bit of comfort in my decisions. By definition, right, it's forbidding, having a sinister aspect, right? So, okay, so notice. Let's pretend. Running shoes. This is one of those terms I've adopted from the British trainers. A lot of people in the US, a lot of Yanks will say things like tennis shoes. Like it's just 10 shoes. If you were to break that down by, phonemes and morphemes, I mean, it would be 10 shoes, meaning tennis shoes. But I don't know anybody actually plays tennis. So, we're talking about trainers, right? So I kind of adopted that several years ago, and I do like it, my trainers. I love it. So notice, I just don't. Let's pretend, I guess could be suppose. And I got to tell you, if it wouldn't ruin my score, I would be checking myself as I go, because just knowing I'd be off on one thing. Is this discreet? Wow. Gosh, I don't think I've seen this word since graduate school, if even there. Okay, all right, indirect. Maybe implicit. Discreet. Gosh, I wish that had been in my 400th video. What a great word. Gosh, what a great word. Theater of Shakespeare, been there. Went to the Globe, got to see it, or what they've been able to salvage of it or remake or whatever, but no, very nice. In my opinion, I don't know yet. Means to keep food. 3 and 3. Show you what a Yank I am. If I didn't have anything in there, I'd probably put in an ice box, right? Because that's another thing that Yanks call refrigerators. Ice boxes. I don't think anybody's had an ice box in the United States for over 100 years, but ice box, right? So it means to keep food. I mean, we could always say it's a tin can. I don't feel too great about it, though. It doesn't seem real. Refuse to abandon a hope or belief. And I guess this could be to cling to. Cross. Maybe angry. Okay, lacking French. Lacking French. That's clever. I think it's the French for lacking, which would be sans. Sans. Love that too. Discreet and sans. Have you seen it? No. Je suis sans discret. Without. I could just have more fun with that. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here laughing at my own jokes. I do apologize for that. Flour or paper producer. I guess that would be a mill, or in German, ein Müll. And okay, so I guess that means, in my opinion, is personally. Oh man, did I get this? Did I get another W by any chance? I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't. I have a feeling I've misspelled something somewhere, but this was a clever puzzle regardless. I don't care, right or wrong. I had a good time with it. And I tell you what, that's just 3 lucky days in a row for me. Just 3 lucky days in a row. Wow. Wow. Discreet. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to take a look at that one last time. Notice. Oh yeah, I love it. So that may be like the new motto for this channel, man. Je suis sans discret. Absolutely love it. Okay, gotta get rid of this. I'll just sit and bask in it later after the grid. Okay, again, grinning ear to ear, 400 videos. This is my 401st. It just seems like a milestone of sorts. And again, I just couldn't be prouder of the fact that we're all here and we're here together. And I love how I'm getting to know an awful lot of you. I recognize after 1 or 2 comments, and all of a sudden I just know, right? You know, it's like AO69420. I'll never forget your username, ever, right? You know, and so, nor will I ever forget Clill Benton HWOW, right? You know, the fella that set me up on the Guardian to begin with. But everyone, I mean, you know, the likes of Neil and people like this, that it's just so helpful and teach me so much as we go. I mean, every single one of you is just so incredibly valuable to me, and so thank you. And we'll bring down our beignet d'adieu. And until we see you tomorrow for the Friday Guardian Quick, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin, au revoir. And I think I threw in some Spanish during the New York Times, so we'll go ahead and say, que tengas una linda días. Be well. Take care of yourselves, your friends, but especially the person behind you in line. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Be well. Look forward to hearing from you.